I feel the fire begin to rise.
There are 178 laws that differentiate on the basis of sex. Women can't work overtime. We have to get credit cards in our husband's name.
We're not allowed to work in the mines.
This is a man's world.
You think you can change the country? You should look to her generation. They're taking to the streets.
Protests are important, but changing the culture means nothing if the law doesn't change.
What did you say your name was?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I want to be a lawyer. I want to represent clients in pursuit of justice.
So they're gonna give you a corner office?
I wasn't what they were looking for. One said women are too emotional to be lawyers. Another told me a woman graduating top of her class must be a real ball buster. I worked hard. I did everything I was supposed to, and I excelled.
Martin Ginsburg will be signing all of our checks someday.
You're a smart girl, Ruthie. You married a star.
If the law differentiates on the basis of sex, then how will women and men ever become equals? I don't read tax court cases.
Read this one.
The law assumes a caregiver has to be a woman. This is sex-based discrimination against a man.
Poor guy.
We need to take this case.
This is not a case. This is a declaration of war.
It could topple the whole damn system of discrimination.
They think gender equality is a civil right.
What's at stake is the American family.
Let's put this idea to bed once and for all.
You will lose. And when you do, you will set the women's movement back 10 years.
You don't get to tell me when to quit. I know this case disrupted our lives.
Who's it for, if not for me?
You can't knock me down. Can't knock me down.
You've been ready for this your whole life. So go in there and let the judges see the Ruth Ginsburg I know.
We're not asking you to change the country. That's already happened without any court's permission.
The word woman does not appear even once in the U.S. Constitution.
Nor does the word freedom, Your Honor.
I feel the fire begin to rise.
We want to underscore again that we're coming to Chicago peacefully, but whether we're given permits or not, we're coming.
We're going to Chicago to protest the Vietnam War.
And there's no place to be right now but in it.
We watched for a decade while these rebels without a job tell us how to prosecute a war. Well, they're going to spend their 30s in a federal facility, real time.
People say, you know, Abby, are you concerned about an overreaction from the cops?
Holy shit. You all right?
I was until I saw that. Are the people ready to make opening arguments?
At the defense table.
Abby Hoffman, Jerry Rubin, Dave Dellinger, Rennie Davis, Lee Weiner, John Freund, Tom Hayden, and Bobby Seale.
These defendants had a plan, and the plan was to incite a riot.
I call this portion of the trial with friends like these.
My trial's begun without my lawyer.
The court assumes you are being represented by the Black Panther sitting behind you.
The riots were started by the Chicago Police Department. Sustained. Nobody objected.
Jurors 6 and 11, they're with us.
Juror number 6 and juror number 11, you're dismissed from this jury. Can you tell us why? Because this is my courtroom. We've dealt with jury tampering, wiretapping, a defendant that was literally gagged.
Get your hands off me.
You're the first to suggest that I have discriminated against a black man.
Then let the record show that I'm the second.
When we walked in here this morning, they were chanting that the whole world is watching.
If we leave here without saying anything about why we came in the first place, it'll be heartbreaking.
Last summer, why did you come to the convention? To end the war.
We're giving them exactly what they want, a stage and an audience.
Yeah, you really think there's going to be a big audience?
Here
This is what revolution looks like, real revolution.
We may have to hurt somebody's feelings.
Is this prosecution politically motivated? I'm tired of hearing you.
It would be impossible for me to care any less what you are tired of.
Here I am! There will be order!
We have to find some courage now.
How much is it worth to you? What's your price? To call off the revolution?
my life.
Open your eyes, 'cause a new day is dawning. The new day is dawning. The whole world is watching.
His name is Frank Galvin. 4 cases in the last 3 years. He's lost them all. He drinks. This man's scared to death to go to court.
Frankie, listen to me, because I'm done with you. I got you a good case. It's a moneymaker.
The Archdiocese called up because the case is coming to trial.
This is our chance to get away.
I'm gonna see that you get that chance. Court exists to give him a chance at justice.
And is that what you're going to do?
Maybe I can do something right.
It's a generous offer, Mr. Galvin.
I just heard someone offer you 200 grand.
When I walk out that door, the offer is withdrawn.
What are you, nuts? I can win it. I can win this case. What are you gonna do?
I need your help.
To do what?
They killed her. They're trying to buy it.
I said to you, know what you did? No, did?
Easy, take it easy. Okay.
And I gotta find out from the other side that they offered $200,000.
I can subpoena you, you know.
Well, maybe you just better do that then.
I had a witness disappear on me, Your Honor. You should have taken their offer. I have no sympathy for you. We're gonna lose.
Listen, the damn case doesn't start before tomorrow, and already it's over for you.
It is over.
I can't invest in failure, Frank, anymore.
Push me into court 5 days early. I lose my star witness, and I can't get a continuance, and I don't care. I'm going up there, I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna let the jury decide.
All rise. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye, all persons having anything to do before the Honorable, the Justices of the Superior Court, now sitting at Boston, within and for the County of Suffolk, draw near, give your attendance, and you shall be heard.
They are the most powerful members of our community.
I don't know what they're doing up there, and to tell you the truth, I don't want to know.
They meet at night behind closed doors.
The case of People versus Lawrence Monk and Arthur Coombs is dismissed. The defendants are hereby released.
Down now!
They have a shattering secret.
Right now, you're pure. Once you hear what I'm going to say, you'll lose that forever.
The answer is in here somewhere. It always is.
You think they're just going to sit around and let you blow them away? Do you? They can't. Somebody is trying to kill you. If you'd listen to me, you'd find out the reasons. Because I'm gonna expose all of it.
A secret that will affect us all.
This is very important. Who are these guys? I want to give them to you. Because I swear to God, I didn't know what was going down.
The Star Chamber. On August 5th, you'll know who they really are.
Hey. There is a new movie coming to this town. All those involved in this film will now be sworn in.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you have done your job in this picture to the best of your abilities? James Stewart?
I do.
Lee Remick?
I do.
Ben Gazzara?
I do.
Arthur O'Connell?
I do.
Eve Arden?
I do.
Catherine Grant?
I do.
And you, Duke Ellington?
I do.
you, Joseph N. Welch, who temporarily deserted the real law to play Judge Weaver?
I do.
This is highly irregular.
Irregular, John? Didn't you approve the screenplay by Wendell Mays?
Yes?
Didn't you, when I came up here, suggest that we shoot here in this courtroom, and didn't you yourself suggest every single location for the film, including your own house that you were kind enough to lend us?
Well, that's true.
And didn't you, being not only a bestseller novelist, but also a justice of the Supreme Court of Michigan, didn't you supervise every single legal detail in the film?
Yes, Otto, but you don't have a jury.
Oh, that, you see, John, our jury is not just 12 men and women in a box. Our judge and jury sits out there, millions and millions of people in the theaters.
He said, I fooled my lawyer, I fooled that head shrinker, I'm gonna fool that bunch of corn cobbers on the jury.
You're a liar! You're a lousy, stinking liar!
Oh, could Muff have a little in that ashtray, maybe? He loves beer.
You want a beer for the dog?
Mm-hmm.
There we are.
He'll go to sleep now.
No, it's common knowledge in Thunder Bay you were living with Quill.
It's not true. Barney Quill was...
Was what, Miss Pallant? Barney Quill was what, Miss Pallant?
The #1 book is now the #1 movie, unanimously acclaimed by the press everywhere. This is what the New York Times said about Anatomy of a Murder. Strong suspense, pounding drama, uninhibited and uncensored, well-nigh flawless.
Now, until this trial's over, you're going to be a meek little housewife with horn-rimmed spectacles. And you're going to stay away from men and juke joints and booze and pinball machines, and you're going to wear a skirt and low-heeled shoes, and you're going to wear a girdle, and especially a girdle.
Why wouldn't I be legally justified in killing the man who raped my wife?
Time element. Now, if you'd caught him in the act, the shooting might have been justified, but you didn't catch him in the act.
Wow, it's sensational. New York Daily News. One of the most extraordinary films ever made, Los Angeles Times. For those who can stand straight talk, Time magazine.
Well, doesn't a woman sort of instinctively know when a fellow's on the make?
Oh, sure. But that's only usual with me. With men, I mean. Almost all men, ever since I was a kid.
Did you cry out? Did you scream?
Didn't seem to be much use out there in the woods.
And this is what other critics said. As tense and thrilling a shocker as has come along in years. Life magazine. On every count, one of the best films of the year. New York Herald Tribune. Sacco Cinema. Don't miss Anatomy of a Murder. New York Post. The details are as plain spoken in the film as in the book. A trial as tense as the one in the novel. Look magazine.
Is that because you know that Barney Quill bathed and changed and cooled off after he raped and beat hell out of this poor woman?
Your Honor, everybody in this court is being tried except Frederick Mannion. I must protest...
Now listen, this is a cross-examination murder case. It's not a high school debate. What are you and Dancer trying to do? Railroad this soldier into the clink?
Witness for the prosecution. The most electrifying entertainment of our time. The stunning climax to a half-century of motion picture suspense. The setting is London. The story, two people in love. A murder and a trial, climaxed by the 10 most breath-stopping minutes you've ever lived. The cast, Tyrone Power, in love with a woman who holds his life in her beautiful hands. Charles Lawton, in the most scintillating role of his brilliant career. Marlene Dietrich, the woman of mystery, a fascinating question mark.
Mrs. Vole, do you love your husband?
Leonard thinks I do.
Well, do you?
Am I already under oath?
We are dealing with a capital crime. The prosecution will try to hang your husband.
Betty, bye. We'd better go upstairs now. Get undressed and lie down.
What a nauseating prospect. How did you get hold of these?
What difference does it make so long she gets what's coming to her?
What have you got against her?
Ha! I'll give you something to dream about, mister. Want to kiss me, ducky?
Witness for the prosecution.
You killed Emily French.
No, I didn't. I didn't do it. I didn't kill her. I never killed anybody.
The question is, Frau Helm, were you lying then? Are you lying now? Or are you not, in fact, a chronic and habitual liar?
Damn you! Damn you! Leave her alone! Damn you!
Members of the jury, are you all agreed upon your verdict?
We are.
Do you find the prisoner at the bar, Leonard Stephen Vole, guilty or not guilty of the murder of Emily Jane French?
Guilty or not guilty? The answer to that question is the end of most mystery stories. But in witness for the prosecution, it is only the beginning of a series of climaxes that I defy you to guess. You'll talk about this picture all right, but you'll never tell the ending to your friends because you won't want to spoil their excitement and their fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gregory Peck.
The world never seems as fresh and wonderful, as comforting and terrifying, as good and evil, as it does when seen through the eyes of a child. For a writer to capture that feeling is remarkable. Perhaps that is why one book, in the last few years, has been so warmly embraced by tens of millions of people. To Kill a Mockingbird, winner of the Pulitzer Prize and just about every other award a book can win. And now, happily, To Kill a Mockingbird becomes a motion picture, and its memorable characters come vividly alive. That Scout, some people call her Jean Louise Finch, but she insists on Scout. That's her brother, Jim, just a boy until the day he learns there is evil in the world. And Atticus Finch, the father, whose devotion to justice places him and his children in jeopardy. I've been appointed to defend Tom Robinson. Now that he's been charged, that's what I intend to do.
You've taken his...
You'll excuse me, Mr. Ewell.
What kind of man are you? You got children of your own?
Atticus, Jim says his watch is going to belong to him someday.
That's right.
What are you going to give me?
There's a pearl necklace. There's a ring that belonged to your mother. You want to tell us what really happened?
I got something to say. And if you ain't gonna do nothing about it, then you're just a bunch of lousy, yellow, stinking cowards!